Hello everyone, Harden here, back with another one of my encounter missions from Eve Echoes. This one is actually the first of the hard tier as in the top tier on the expert level missions, the ones that I unlocked last week when I hit tier 10. I'll just quickly show you what the mission is. It is the Quafe Legion or Quafe Legion expert mission. It's a 25 million bounty. Completing it will give me the storyline book. I haven't actually been collecting storyline books for a while since scanning come in. I've been doing a mix of low sec and high sec missions during the week. During the working day when I know it's quiet, I have been doing low sec missions, but at the weekends when there's a lot more people around, I've just been sticking to kind of high sec stuff, doing the Concord Pass stuff. So this is the first time I'm running one of the top tier expert missions. As you can see, it's 25 million. In terms of my ship setup, I haven't, again, this has just popped up. I haven't had one all week, so this is the first one. So I decided to run it even though it is actually the weekend, and there is a good possibility that I could end up getting scanned down and ganked. And also I haven't had a chance to actually reset my ship. So if we just show you my fitting, I'll run through my fitting here quickly, so you can get an idea of my kind of setup. So currently it's all rapids. Torpedoes are better damage against the battleships and the battle cruisers and even cruisers, but again, since scanning came in, I've preferred rapids because they do give me an opportunity to actually kill anyone that does jump on into my little fleet. In the mid slots, again, this is very PvE focused. It's just 2 webs and 2 painters. Again, the webs could be handy again in PvP situation if someone does come in close with tackle, but again, that's not necessarily going to happen. I've seen a lot of daredevils around these days, and they can actually scram from over 40 kilometers. 2 target painters again help with the damage application for missiles. 2 drones. And then in the low slots, as I said, this is very focused for PvE, and I'm not going to change my setup. Again, could all go wrong. I could just end up getting scanned down here and murdered, but I just thought I'd show you. So I've got 3 ballistic controls, which are all adding onto the DPS of this ship, and 1 tracking computer, which kind of helps with, again, with damage application, a little bit of range. I could have put another ballistic control in there, but you kind of lose, every time you add an additional one, you lose some of the damage. So I thought I'll go with something slightly different. And again, that might be handy if I do get tackled by some kind of interceptor or something. I need a little bit of extra range to kind of give them a surprise. So the shield here is very minimal, as you can see. It's just 1 hardener and 1 shield booster. But I am flying, as I mentioned before, in a fleet with a Cyclone command ship with a shield command module. And that adds on about 12% onto my total shield. It also improves the resistances as well. So even though it's only got 1 hardener, it actually is a little bit stronger than that. And then again, just for rigs, I will just show, because a few people have asked about this, my rigs are just kind of mainly damage rigs. So warhead calefaction, bay loading accelerator, and then the other ones are simply for cap semiconductor memory cell, and capacitor control, or level 2. The level 3s are just too expensive. I don't think it's worth it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to jump over to the system where I'm going to be running this encounter. As I said, it is daytime here. Again, I live in Asia. It's daytime here, so it's kind of peak hour for sort of Chinese player base, and a lot of them do live around here. So there is a possibility that I will get caught doing this, but again, it's possible that I won't. But the other thing with this is I haven't actually done this mission before. I haven't done the kind of top tier expert encounter yet, so I'm not quite sure what the makeup will be. If it's close to what the hard level was, then this fleet, my mini fleet, which is 2 Ravens and the Cyclone Command, should be able to deal with it quite quickly. But it really depends on how hard the elites are. Since I started doing the expert tier, the expert missions, I have seen that they're a lot more tanky. The battleships are a lot more tanky than the ones at the hard level. So if that carries through to the top tier expert mission, where there's a couple of elites, in the last wave, it could be quite a rough ride. So, but I'm hoping I can clear it out in about 15 minutes. So, and I'm going to pause to put a cut in the video here. I'm going to pause it while we go over to that system. I will be just checking what local is like there. If it is too busy, then I won't bother doing this, and you may never actually hear all of what I've just been talking about. Anyway, let's see, and I will restart once we get there if we're going into the mission. Okay guys, well here we are, we're in the target system. Literally at the moment it's literally 3 people in local, which is my entire gang, there's no one else. This system does get some traffic, people do move through here, so I'm not going to be panic if someone else comes in. So I think I'm going to take the chance and run this now. So I'm just going to warp the fleet in now at 0 and get started. Turn on the hardness. My cyclone will arrive first. So that's the one that will probably take the initial beating when we arrive from the first wave. And I'm going to change it to a PvP setup. So yeah, I'll try and keep an eye on local, see if it gets too crazy, but otherwise hopefully this should only take 10-15 minutes, so I'm hoping that I can clear it before anyone actually thinks about getting a gang and coming to gank me. So approach, focus fire. Okay, so the first wave looks quite easy. It is just a Dominic's and Talos and some kind of smaller ships. And yeah, so let's get these locked and let's get started on this. Apply my damage control. So there is one person has jumped into local now. He's actually blue, so I'm not too worried. Oh, let's move that. Okay. And let's see, they are bashing on my cyclone, but nothing too serious as yet. Actually, I can turn on my webs, and I will use my tracking computer here as well to hit someone, helps with hitting some of the smaller ships. Oh, I forgot to turn on my target painters, which again also does help with hitting some of the smaller ships. So again, this first wave is dying pretty rapidly. They have switched target for some reason. They are actually hitting this Raven, which again is not a problem. Let's turn that on as well. So first wave, relatively easy, relatively quick. Let's see what the second wave is like. So here again, it's the same sort of makeup. I've got another Dominic's, focus fire, approach. Again, target painters on. I've already used my specials in terms of my damage stuff. I've already used it, so I can't apply them here. So I'm going to save them for the final wave because it'd be good to get some of that DPS down quickly in the final wave. We do have some additional people in local. Again, just one blue and just one blue and neutral. So again, I am taking a chance, but I think it's worthwhile to do this video. And I think as it's not that busy here, I think we'll be in and out fast enough that it won't be too much of a risk. So that Dominic's is down, and now I can actually apply my damage, extra damage mods here. I said I was going to keep them, but for some reason I've just automatically clicked them. I think it's just habit. I'll save them away the ship. The damage dealers are already down. That's all approach. Sorry about the little break there. I just got interrupted by my kid. Okay, so here's the final wave. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so I think what we'll do is let's get some of this close stuff down first with the webs and the tracking. Not much incoming damage yet. Okay, here they are, they're hitting my Raven now. So yeah, this spawn was pretty much on top. I'm just hoping my tank is actually going to be enough to hold up. You can see my tank is going down here. So I'm just hoping that there is actually enough tank here. Because again, I didn't really put too many hardeners on this. Hopefully we can kill some of the smaller stuff quickly enough. That the DPS coming in from the enemy goes down rapidly. Yeah, so they are still getting through my shield. So that is a large shield booster on repeat. Okay, and but we are killing them off quite rapidly. Still 5 people in local. Okay, so it looks like an elite, one elite battleship, one regular battleship. So I'm on half shields. So you can see they're packing a punch. The other 2 ships aren't affected at all currently. I'm going to put that on to apply some extra damage. Let's approach that. So it's an elite, well, it's a Megathron and a Hyperion. So possibly the elite Hyperion is the one that's doing a lot of that damage. So my shields are continuing to drop here. So hopefully we'll clear this Megathron off. That will help a little bit. Oh, I can see I'm kind of split on my fire as well. They're not all shooting the same thing. Oh, my shield is still dropping. Okay, good. Low shield. Okay, and now onto that. Okay, so now everyone is now concentrated on the Hyperion. Let's see how quickly we can knock that out. Okay, shield is still holding, but again, probably if I do this again, I probably would look at putting an additional hardener in there. Because that damage is quite high. And again, this is the first one I've run. It's 25 million. It's possible some of the others will actually be even harder than this. So you do have to be careful. And I think the only thing that saves me here is the rest of the DPS from the other ships in my fleet. That has actually diverted. So let's see, we should be getting the tick soon. Okay, so there you go. And as you can see, after tax was 22 million reward. I'm going to leave my hardener running. There's 6 people in local now, so maybe I don't want to dawdle, including a red. I don't want to spend too much time here. I'm going to let my shield regen a bit, and what I'm going to do is have a quick look at what the loot is. Again, I think I'm reasonably safe. Yeah, local's just gone down to 4, so I don't think there's too much risk here. So I'm just going to actually start collecting some of the loot that's nearby. But I do want to take a quick look at what's in that Hyperion. Let's have a quick look on here. Elite frigate, elite battleship. Let's approach that. See what we get. So you can see I've been running my large shield booster for a long time. That's because the Cyclone Command, the bonus you get from that reduces a lot of the the capacity use. So it allows you to kind of run your large shield booster. So I'm kind of down there at 35, but I've been running the shield booster for 2 waves on this ship, and it's still going. Again, it'd be a bit nerve-wracking if someone did jump in on me now. Again, local's only at 3, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, that cannon is approaching very slowly. Or did I pick it? Oh, there we go. Elite battleship wreck. Let's see what's in the can here. Okay, so it's just the kind of usual. There's an aura there, which is quite nice. Just something usual, kind of interruptive stuff. So nothing too expensive or amazing, even though it's now an expert mission. So there you go. There you have it, guys. Not too difficult. As I said, I'm doing it in a fleet, so certainly if you're doing this solo, you would have to be very careful. You would have to have a better tank than I do, and you'd definitely be having to do it at range, so it's probably going to take a lot longer than I've taken. I've so far only found these, I've certainly only found these the sort of the higher tier expert missions in low sec. I don't know if they spawn in high sec, but as you can see, you will be around. It probably took me about 15 minutes, 10 minutes to clear that. So you're not exposed for too long, but again, there is an opportunity for someone that they could come in and try and gank you. So anyway, I'm jumping on Stargate. I'm just leaving the system now, warp fleet, and then I will go home. So anyway, I hope you found that useful. I hope you found it interesting. At least you know a little bit more. If you're not tier 10 yet, T10 yet, you know a little bit more about what you can expect in terms of those T10 expert missions, the top tier ones. So hopefully you found that useful, and if you did, please do like and subscribe. Do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.